Hello, I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are continuing Game of Thrones, Season 5, Episode 2.
Daenerys' dragons are still locked up.
Which is so stupid.
And she is being attacked from the inside, sort of? I don't know.
Yeah, by the Harpies.
The Harpies. They're killing Unsullied, which is unfortunate because we like the Unsullied. Mm-hmm. Perhaps Tyrion will come to help her.
Yeah. I was really intrigued when Varys was like, well, if you want to come help somebody who has the right name, can rule, how he thinks Tyrion would like them to rule.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, I'm excited for a meetup if a meetup happens. Please let a meetup be happening.
I think it would just be really interesting to see them both sort of talk to each other and get a feel for each other, because technically they're from, like, feuding houses, essentially.
Yeah. We had some flashbacks with Cersei.
Yeah.
Finding out her past, that, she knew that she wasn't going to have, she was, that her...
She wasn't going to have the king's children.
Yeah.
But she was going to be queen.
Yeah.
And then there's some confusion, because, like, so we were so focused on, like, why is there no third question? And then somebody pointed out, technically there's a third question, but it was, like, a follow-up question.
Because she said, but I will be queen. Mm-hmm. Which we took, I think, as a follow-up, not as a second question.
Right.
But it turns out that was probably the second question.
But then one of you said that they never give the third question.
In the books, I guess the third question is different. Yeah. So
let us know. Is the third question different in the books? Because now I just want to know.
I mean, someone already said it in the comments.
Yes, but what is it?
Yeah. I mean, don't tell us if it shows up in the show later. Then obviously do not tell us.
No, they say the person in the comments said, sorry, I don't remember who it was. But they said that it's never clarified in the show.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's probably fine to tell us. Right. We're not going to be able to see it.
We know why Cersei is so paranoid about Marjorie.
Yeah, because she'll be taken down by a younger, prettier queen or something like that.
Yeah, better version of her, essentially.
And Marjorie seems to have some sort of plan that I'm hoping she pulls off. To the wall. Where Mance died.
Mm-hmm. And what is going to happen with Jon now? Because he just couldn't take him being burned to death, which I think is completely fair.
He did the right thing.
But how is Stannis going to react to that? How is the rest of the people on the wall going to react? How are the Wildings going to react? So
What's up with the Red Witch?
Mm-hmm. And what are the Wildings going to do now? Let's find out.
Yeah. Recapping Oberyn. I miss you, Oberyn! Mm-hmm. I miss you.
In the old times, whenever Braavos stood in danger, the Titan would step with fire in his eyes. He'd wade into the sea and smash the enemies.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I know. I like the Titan because he makes me think of the Neverending Story with the two statues that like little laser eyes.
Don't be afraid. He's announcing our arrival.
I'm so excited for this. Sorry, my brain just automatically, like, after she left the Hound just to die. Oof, you brutal girl. Brutal. I cannot wait to see what comes for her next.
The House of Black and White. This is where you'll find the man you seek.
Oh, so it takes her right to Jack and Hagar, not just like to Braavos.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess it must be a famous house.
Was it like a famous assassin or something? I'm so intrigued. Do you have to find a way in?
Yeah, maybe. Like a puzzle.
Oh. Hello.
Jack and Hagar gave me this.
No one here by that name.
Please. I crossed the narrow sea. I have nowhere else to go.
You have everywhere else to go.
But wait!
Maybe you have to, like, earn your way.
Yeah. I have to figure something out or something.
Don't give up.
Cersei. Walter Frey.
Oh my god, how long is she staying there for?
Mary Trent.
No, I guess she's hoping that the door will open or somebody will eventually come out. I mean, that still would have been useful to keep.
All right.
Ale?
Oh, you're funny.
I know. How old is Pod supposed to be? Is he like a late teens or
I think so.
early 20s or something?
Ugh.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Wait. Are they in the same place or is this just a weird editing shot?
They're probably in the same place.
Lady.
What? Okay.
Who is it?
Okay.
Sansa Stark. Don't look. My lady, I don't think this is the right
Ready
place.
the horses.
We only have one horse.
Ready the horses.
The thing is, I don't think she wants to be kidnapped. You need to approach this differently. It obviously didn't work when you tried it with
I know.
Arya.
My name is Brienne of Tarth.
We've met.
with Renly Baratheon. Your loyalty came free of charge. Someone appears to have paid quite a bit for it since then.
Oh, God.
Oh, the sword. That stupid sword. You really just got to get rid of it. I know, like...
Just change the handle.
I will shield your back and keep your counsel, and give my life for yours if need be.
Oh, God.
She would be a good person to have.
Come on, Sansa. What's going on?
This woman swore to protect Renly. She failed.
Oh, Baelish, get out of the way.
He's manipulating you.
Sometimes we don't have a choice.
And sometimes we do. You should leave.
Go, Brienne!
Yeah, she knew that if they said no, they would not let her just get away.
Yeah. Live to fight another day, Brienne. Ah, Sansa, I'm so disappointed in you. Mm-hmm. You didn't go with the Hound when he asked you to. But you didn't go with Brienne.
I can't help but wonder, though, is she doing it for their safety?
I think she just feels more safe with Baelish, which I understand at this point. She's safer than she has been in a long time.
And also in the sense of keeping power close to you.
Go, Pod!
Oh, you can do it, Pod. Oh, please don't let anything bad happen to Pod.
I know, I like Pod.
I'm gonna be so mad.
He's an adorable bumbling squire.
Hide, you need to hide.
Who's that? Is that Brienne?
No.
No. Damn it.
I told you one of them followed him.
Oh. Nice try, Pod.
Guess that means you're unarmed.
Oh, thank God.
Like, she is a better warrior than you.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I love Brienne so much. Mm-hmm. Even though she's kind of, like, not so great at the personal relationships and getting people to trust her. But
Maybe you're released from your vow.
I swore to their mother I would protect those girls.
But if they don't want your protection...
Do you think she's safe with Littlefinger?
Probably not.
I mean, you've been to at the capital. You know who Littlefinger is.
Get your horse.
Ooh, protecting her secretly? I'm up for this. This will be good.
Well, and honestly, to protect her, they're kind of a good team.
Our daughter's alone in Dorne, surrounded by people who hate our family. He's a threat.
Because you got their...
Because Oberyn's dead, yeah.
Our eldest child murdered at his own wedding.
He was asking for it.
Our baby boy set to marry that smirking whore from Highgarden.
At least she'll treat him nice.
I know, right?
I'm gonna make things better.
You've never made anything better.
I'm going to Dorne.
Neither of you.
And I'm bringing our daughter home.
Yes, Jamie, please leave. Just leave. You're so boring in King's Landing. I'm excited to see a place called the Water Gardens.
We won't get to live at Stokeworth. When Mother dies, my sister gets the castle because she's older. She calls me mean names, and sometimes, even still, she pulls my hair when Mother's not looking.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
You know what I think?
I think he's gonna murder your
You're
sister.
a good person.
So too.
And your sister is a mean person.
She is.
You always get what's coming to them, eventually. One way or another.
And he's the other.
Who's that?
Jamie fucking Lannister.
She's like, it's a celebrity.
She seems very nice.
She does.
So.
Lolis will be marrying Sir Willis Bracken. We made a deal, your sister and I.
I would have advised
Oh, God, she... What did he make a deal with the sister for? I can't remember.
It was that he wouldn't defend Tyrion.
Oh, right.
Your brother was murdered. And you sit here in the water gardens, staring at the sky.
Oh, look at the water gardens.
Oberyn was slain during a trial by combat. By law, that is no murder.
Oberyn is dead. And this Lannister girl skips about the water gardens, eating our food, breathing our air.
She didn't do anything wrong, though.
Let me send her to Cersei. One finger at a time.
Oh, she's lost it.
And you made him very happy. For that, you will always have a place in my heart. But we do not mutilate little girls for vengeance.
So you're just as bad as them.
Oberyn wouldn't approve of that anyway.
He would not.
From everything he said.
Like, that's not something he would do.
Yeah, he doesn't hurt little girls and cares about family and all this stuff. And
mercy, fair trial. These mean nothing to them. All they understand is blood.
Oof.
I think you give him a trial,
but
not a fair one.
This council is so interesting because they all have such opposing views.
But I think it's a smart council to have.
I'm not my father.
No, your Grace. Thank the gods. But the Mad King gave his enemies the justice he thought they deserved. And each time, it made him feel powerful and right. Until the very end.
It's a slippery slope.
She doesn't know enough about her dad. Like she says, she thinks it's the enemy's lies. But it's not. He was crazed.
Because, I mean, it's not here we have a jury. Like, she is the judge.
Yeah.
So I do think you give him a trial, but only spare him if he outs other people. I'm so excited for this.
Me too.
Are we really going to spend the entire road to Volantis talking about the futility of everything?
Probably.
Right, no point.
Even more futile.
No matter what we do, people like you and me are never really satisfied inside the box.
I love this team up.
I know. Their circular conversation is so funny, too. It's just Varys trying to convince him and Tyrion being all skeptic.
Not him.
Are you trying to deceive your queen?
It won't be necessary, Simone. I don't want to dissuade the other hunters. Mistakes will be made.
Oh my god, poor dwarves.
I would take it, if you don't mind. It could prove useful for my work.
So gross. But
Tom's
Tom's too young, so she's the regent now.
Yeah.
I do not recognize your authority to dictate what is and is not my concern. You are the Queen Mother. Nothing more.
Ooh, Lannister versus Lannister.
If he wants to send for me, I will be waiting for him. At Casterly Rock.
Good. I'm happy that somebody is, like, actually taking a stance. Because they do need him.
Well, you're a wonderful teacher. Very patient.
The more time that you spend practicing, the faster you'll be able to read.
That's all right. We're doing just fine. I'm sure you and Ostrich Stark have a lot to talk about.
In a relationship, you can't be everything to each other. It's just not how it works.
How did they kill you?
I don't remember. I was a baby. A lot of people came and tried, I think. Whatever they did, it went away.
Was it magic?
They acted like animals. My father had to drag them out to the woods on a rope.
What did he do with them in the woods?
Is it some sort of magic-y thingy? Like, does it turn you into something else? I'm so curious.
Yeah, they haven't really talked much about the disease.
Well, does it seem like it might not be a disease, but...
They could strike at him by striking at you.
Gilly wouldn't do that.
You have no idea what people will do. All your books and you still don't know.
Well, maybe if you gave her some friends.
Yeah, right? So dragging her around with your crazy cult schemes.
Bear Island knows no king but the king in the north, whose name is Stark. Apologize, Your Grace.
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean...
Pledge me your service and you'll rise again as Jon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
Oh, snap.
Oh, God. I don't know.
I mean, I'm okay with it because then at least a Stark will be there again.
Yeah. I don't know. But would Jon do it?
I swore a vow to the Night's Watch. If I don't take my own words seriously, what sort of Lord of Winterfell would I be?
I mean, do you know who's running it now, though? Because gross.
I mean, to be honest, though, I do kind of want him to leave the Night's Watch. But then I'm like, well, would it be Jon if he did leave? I don't know.
But plus, the White Walkers are still coming. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Sir Alistair Thorne is not just a knight. He's a man of true nobility and led us to victory against the wildlings. He's a veteran of 100 battles.
Is Sam gonna put up Jon?
Oh my god. I hope he does.
But the problem is all of Jon's friends are dead.
Yeah.
But the ones who survived saw him on the wall.
As commander of the Shadow Tower, he kept the wildlings away. We could do no better.
If there's no one else...
Sam's gonna do it. Do it, Sam. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Out with the old, in with the new.
Each
Mr. Raymond.
Samuel Charlie, go on.
Oh, Jon is like, no.
How's your lady love, Slayer?
Her name is Gilly. Brother Slint knows her quite well. They cowered together in the larder during the battle for the wall.
Nice, Sam.
I found him there after the battle was over, in a puddle of his own making.
Oh, it gets it worse.
Sir Alistair fought bravely, it is true. And when he was wounded, it was Jon who saved us.
Sam is good with words.
He led the mission to avenge Lord Commander Mormont. He saw something in Jon, and now we've all seen it too. He may be young, but he's the commander we turned to when the night was darkest.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I'm here for it. I am here for it. Is it gonna be a tie? I'm so nervous.
Me too, I'm nervous too.
Is that a tie?
I think so. It's hard to tell, but they look even.
One? Oh, shit. What does that mean?
What's a tie? Yeah, what's a tie?
Does that mean the other people who chose somebody else have to choose between them?
Oh, that makes sense.
Or is he the deciding factor?
He is.
You voted for John?
He did.
Oh,
shit. Yay, John!
I was not expecting that.
Oh, but now he has to deal with Alistair.
Yeah, but he can give him a different leading role because he is a good leader. He's just not right for this time.
Turn around and go.
That's a nice little sword. Worth 100 pieces of sword like that.
Nothing's worth anything to dead men.
Quickly, go!
Oh, they immediately recognize him, I guess. Is he following her?
Yeah. I should approve herself.
Maybe.
You lost this.
Oh.
Is it him?
Jesus Christ. Was it him the whole time?
Well, who are you then?
No one. And that is who a girl must become.
I'm so excited for this.
I'm kind of hoping that she goes through lots of training adventures. Because I love training adventures.
I want to know his magic.
Yeah. It's definitely unique. We haven't seen anybody doing anything like that before.
Oh no, are you killing him? He's doing it in secret.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna kill him, which means he doesn't get a trial. Idiots.
This is just gonna racket up the tensions, where she's trying to lower them.
It just makes her look like she has no control.
Yeah.
Odavang shileri ni echas nia kiveska. Goyangi ashkishka cheta shefiwa treshoshi.
Aww.
Nia kiv mulilash. Eshkaos willy willosh.
It won't happen though, but I get his fear.
Yeah.
Kiotastol.
Syriandros.
You have to put him on trial. You have to.
It's like breaking her heart right now. You can see it. But she has no choice. I think it should not be a public trial though.
I definitely think you shouldn't like bring him to death or anything, but I don't know. I don't know what you do. Don't kill him.
God, I feel bad because
I know this is so bad.
Oh my God! Don't walk him through there, Jesus!
Can't you show him mercy and just, keep him locked up?
I honestly, I don't know. Like, what else can she do? I mean, not kill him, but
yeah,
like prison him for life.
Oh. I mean, how'd you expect them to react? Like,
they're gonna blame the Harpies for this even happening. Or not just the Harpies, but the previous masters, even the ones who aren't the Harpies, I guess.
Yeah. And this is where the Unsullied becomes useful. I mean, this is what you get for, like, doing an uprising. You get a civil war. No, unlock your dragons.
You all got tonight.
Leave me.
Right. Bet you it would have been helpful to have Jorah on that council.
The dog is going crazy outside our door. What's happening?
Oh, did our dragon come home? Could he sense that she was in such distress? Or...
Maybe.
Dragon.
Or is he mad that you locked up his siblings?
Came for a quick visit, I guess. Before he's off.
Now let the other two out. God.
So, I think that Daenerys' situation is really interesting right now. Like, with this whole fight. And I enjoyed the little, like, arguments around the round table about what to do with this guy. And I wasn't sure what to do with him. But I was sure what not to do with him. Which is what happened.
Yeah. I get why
the
guy murdered him.
Yeah.
But, because he was just sort of... he said that he did it for her, but he was really reading what he wanted out of it.
Yeah, totally.
And I do think you could have just imprisoned him without murdering him.
Or maybe executing him?
Yes, executing him.
I agree.
But is that worse?
Yeah, and I wrote down, actually, fanatic. Like, because he had turned kind of into a fanatic, and I suspect some of them are. They're just, like, emotionally, they can't be separated from the situation. Like, why would they? Like,
well, they've never had anybody defend them before.
Yeah.
Stand up for them. So, of course, she's a savior for them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but she's trying to make a safe place for them, the city as a whole.
Yeah. Also, there is the factor of she's the mother of dragons. It's very mythical.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's a very mythic figure to them.
Idea around it.
Also, the situation is very similar to Robb when he had to kill one of his men for killing the two boys, who I think the two boys were the Lannisters, and the Lannisters had killed his kids, his sons, if I remember correctly, and then Robb had to kill him, but it was the middle of the war, and thus they lost all Karstark's men. So it was like, it's the exact same situation, and the exact same thing is playing out here, where Daenerys has to kill him.
Well, I mean, not the exact same, because those two were innocent children, and not...
Oh, yeah, no, totally. I'm just saying that, like...
Yeah, same outcome.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that she had the council, and that she was going to give him a trial, but that's the problem with, doing, trying to change a whole city, country, whatever it is.
Yes.
Is the real people involved in it. It's not just your actions, it's everybody else's actions affecting you, especially as the ruler.
She needs to ramp up her guards, though, because they shouldn't have been able to get in and kill him. You should have been like, only these approved people can visit this, or whatever,
It's also just those signs of her really learning of how to be a ruler.
The little Drogon visit, I mean, that was cool. What?
Okay.
Oh, I feel like he's her favorite dragon, but I don't think it was long enough for her to feel comfort in that. She's disappointed he left again,
I wonder if he was there because, I wonder if, obviously I imagine they're very intertwined to each other, attuned to each other.
Yeah.
I wonder if he was there because either she was in such turmoil over what happened, or if it's sort of something more mythical of she is slowly becoming the ruler she's supposed to be, and so therefore he showed up because she's starting on the right path. I don't know. This is just me making things up, but I think it would be interesting if that was the case.
Yeah, I think it's cool to see him again because we haven't seen him for so long, even though he killed a child. So, I don't know.
Well, he is an animal.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame him for that.
So, Jaime going to Dorne and Dorne's situation. I'm excited to see Jaime leave King's Landing and go to Dorne because he's frankly so boring in King's Landing.
Agreed.
And then seeing... I totally forgot about Marcella, to be honest, in Dorne. I mean, I knew she was there, but I kind of... we haven't seen her in so long, so yeah. And Dorne's situation is really interesting because I think her name's Ilaria, Oberyn's paramour. Yeah, I think was Ilaria. She's so vicious now. She's so different. The curly short bob. Yeah, she cut her hair, and yeah.
I wonder though, once Jaime gets there, if he sees that she's being taken care of, will he take her?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like she's pretty happy there. So when we briefly saw her. I think it's really interesting that she is versus the prince, like Oberyn's brother, because she says the whole country wants to go to war. And he's like, well, it's good. I'm the one who's deciding. So I think the conflict there is going to be really interesting.
Well, I think that's a sign of a smart ruler. You don't want to go to war.
Yeah. Especially because I think he feels like legally they don't have a leg to stand on with Oberyn, the way Oberyn died.
Yeah, it wasn't like a murder in his bed. It was trial by combat.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see more Dorne stuff.
Agreed.
Especially because the fashion and the jewelry.
Looks really cool.
I can't help it, man. I'm into it.
Arya and Essos?
Arya in Braavos, which is in Essos.
Yes.
According to a commenter, thank you very much.
I'm excited. I liked that. It was interesting. I'm really intrigued to see what she learns.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the vibe that he's going to teach her how to do
he said that, yeah.
Is that training stuff. So hopefully that there's really fun, interesting training sessions
even if it's not
stuff.
Fun, interesting, I think is the correct word.
Because I really enjoyed the little bit we got where she got taught by the first sort of Braavos, Syrio, in season 1. Like, that was so fun. So I'm excited to see how this one is going to go, especially because she'll be learning magic, hopefully.
And also, what is going to happen when Tyrion and Varys get there? Because they're still traveling there and...
Get to Daenerys, you mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, Daenerys and Daenerys. And is Daenerys going to take Tyrion's council, especially if he arrives like a complete drunk. So I know it hasn't happened yet, but I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad Brienne's following Sansa. Even though Sansa turned her down, I can understand why she did at this point, because she's like, look at this weirdo who's just approaching me, and I've seen her in King's Landing with the Lannisters and all this stuff.
And I think she's still really trying to build that trust with Littlefinger, which I don't know if she's doing it because she trusts him, or if it's like long con of gaining trust, gaining power through him, and then hopefully eventually eliminating him.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. I feel like the way the show is, they're showing us so little of their what's going on with them that it's hard to kind of get the vibe of exactly what's happening. But I am glad Brienne's following, because I think that she's going to protect her in secret. Yeah, which makes me happy. And then the wall. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good. Sam is good with words.
Yes, I'm so glad. Okay, I found it so interesting because Stannis approaches Jon and is like, I will legitimize you, and you will be Lord of Winterfell and all this stuff. And he, like, I feel like he didn't want that kind of leadership position too, even though he says it's something that he wanted, but it's something that he can't.
Well, it's something he wanted as a kid.
Yeah.
As well. I don't think he feels he deserves it. He didn't work for it. You know, it's not his. Yeah. Even though obviously as a child, that's what he wanted, of course.
But then he ends up in a leadership role anyway, as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, like 5 seconds later. Yeah. And at first he was really like, he seemed a little smiley about it once he got it, but before he was like, this is not what he wants, or whatever. No, just the way his, like, face was.
Yeah, I don't think that's not what he wants. I think it's just that he thought he would never get it.
Yeah. So I just think it was really interesting that he was offered this leadership position that he was going to turn down, and then he gets it anyway, and that's just because of his ability to lead. He got it. He didn't get it because he was, like, going for it or anything. It's like, literally, they trusted you. And so they wanted you as Lord Commander.
But I also think it's different for him personally, because Winterfell isn't his, you know? And I think it also is much more stark to him as well, because his brothers died. Yeah. You know, it was theirs. So I think he would almost feel like you wronged them taking it. Yeah. In terms of his honor. But he earned his leadership for the Wall. So I think it's something he personally can do. He doesn't. Everything Sam said was true. Yeah. So.
And this is also, we got to see that there are still northern houses that are loyal to the Starks. Because we honestly, since Robb's was killed and everything, we don't get to see any others except, I think, Jojen and Mira. They're a loyal house in the north. They're from a northern house who's with Bran. But otherwise, all we see are the Boltons, who are obviously not, who are not good, like a loyal, good house. So then they get this letter from this little girl who's Lady of Bear Island, who obviously she's related to the Lord Commander, but she's also related to Jorah Mormont, because he's a Mormont as well. So that's really fun. I don't know how they're related. I can't remember. But to say that, like, my only king is, like, a Stark. So I thought that was really fun because we never get to see any other of the northern houses.
Yeah, it was a nice throwback.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot Shireen. Yeah, Shireen teaching Gilly to read, too.
So cute.
It's so cute. Also, it was really funny when Sam said that the youngest Lord Commander was 10, and it was a Stark as well. Just, like, how embedded the Starks are into this, like,
well, I mean, it makes sense because the Starks are, like, the strongest house in the north. And the walls. So, like, it would obviously make sense that they would always have somebody at the Wall as well.
I'm really excited for Jon. I wonder what he's going to do. But he has to deal with Sir Alistair, though.
Well, and not just Sir Alistair. It was almost an even vote. How are the older guys going to feel about this newcomer who went with the Wildlings leading?
Yeah.
So, obviously, I don't think it'll be easy, but I think he can win him over.
Yeah, what's Jon going to do with the Wildlings?
Especially since, like, I wish the Maester voting with him would help him more, but since he's technically a Targaryen, I don't know how much it's going to help him.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but he seems really well respected at the Wall.
Yeah,
like
but I don't think that's going to, like, trump the loyalty of them following the other Sir.
That's true. Oh, but I'm excited to see how that
conflict plays out.
For sure.
So yeah, that's that. Let us know your thoughts down below. Also, did you think Daenerys did the right thing?
I don't know.
Do you think it would have been better for her rule if she had let him live?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know how you feel. And we will see you all next time. Bye. I always forget about
Dorne
Essos.
is part of, like, Westeros, like, where Westeros is, and then they have to go across the sea, I think, to get to Essos.
I thought Dorne's its own kingdom.
It is, but it's still part of Westeros. It's just that the dragons couldn't conquer it or something like that. So that's why they get to stay princes, where everybody else is turned into lords and stuff.
So it's more like Westeros is a continent, not a kingdom
or something like that.
Is it like Hong Kong? For like its own sort of
I don't know.
thing?
I don't know enough about the history, okay? This is just sort of what I generally know from what I've heard people said. They keep their own little country. They still rule their own country, but they're still part of Westeros. I don't know how it works, okay? I don't know.
We're just trying to get into the real... There's gonna be a comment in there saying, like, you should really watch the history of... I know it's coming.